Welcome back to the BBC Top Gear India magazine channel, and today we have the VW Tayron R-Line. And in this video, we're going to investigate what is different in terms of the design, the feature list, the space, as well as the comfort. And when I say investigate, it's because VW has not given us a spec sheet or a brochure telling us anything about the car. So we're going to investigate together if this is just a bigger, fatter Tiguan R-Line or is it a different Terron. So let's get going. So let's start up with the design in the front. You have an illuminated VW logo, end-to-end DRL connections. You have an LED headlamp, neatly integrated gloss black air dams and vents over here with a very nice angry face. A neatly integrated camera in the front, and if you see it in person, and this is just my perception, it is slightly more sloping than the Tiguan R-Line, but we will only find out when we have both cars next to each other. Now over on the side, it sits on 19-inch alloy wheels finished in this dual tone, again very similar to the Tiguan R-Line, and you have R over here to signify the R-Line sportiness. But the meat of the matter is this extra space over here, because you have two additional seats in the back, making this a 3-row SUV, and that has resulted in an additional wheelbase of 110, just under 110 mm compared to the Tiguan R-Line. Now over at the rear, you have a connected LED bar with illuminated VW logo, Terron badging, 4Motion badging, and the biggest difference compared to the Tiguan R-Line is that the boot is electrically powered. Inside, you get 345 liters with all 3 seats up, and if you want more space, you can just pull this and get 850 liters of boot space with the 3rd row down. Over on the inside, the dashboard layout is very familiar. You have this ambient lighting with a big infotainment screen in the center, touch-sensitive HVAC control buttons. You have a digital instrument cluster with the same steering wheel, R badging over here. In the center, you have 2 wireless charging pads, 2 Type-C charging ports, your center console with your start button, your volume knob, your parking brake over here, some storage space over here as well. What is different are the materials for the seats. Now these gets leatherette seats is actually ventilated, heated, and has a massaging function as well. And if that's not enough, it also gets memory for 3 people. What else is different is a huge panoramic sunroof. But does that additional wheelbase that I talked about on the outside make a difference in the backseat experience? Now I'm sitting in the 2nd row. The driver's seat is actually set to my ideal driving position. I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall for reference, and as you can see, I have this amount of knee room because my opinions are under embargo. So if I slide back, that gives me this amount of knee room, this amount of leg room as well, this amount of thigh support, this amount of headroom as well. And apart from that, you also get a physical sunshade on the window. You get an armrest with cup holders. You have a single zone climate control center with Type-C charging ports over here. The seats can also recline at different angles, so if you want to sit straighter, you can do that as well. If you want it more relaxed, you can do that as well. But the biggest question compared to the Tiguan R-Line is that the 3rd row is present in the Terron. And will I be able to fit? Okay, so I have managed to fit in the 3rd row of the Terron. You have 2 seats with adjustable headrest. In terms of amenities, you have some cubby holes for storage over here. And we have Nirmit, who is 6 feet tall, sitting in the front. And this is the amount of knee room I have. This is the amount of under thigh support I have. And this is the amount of headroom I have. So Nirmit, can you give me some more space and slide as much as you can in the front? Well, I can't say if that made a difference or no, because my opinions are under embargo, but as you can see, knee room has actually increased to this. Under thigh support has no difference and headroom has no difference. But you know who is going to fit over here, the little people that we call kids. Now under the bonnet is a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine producing 201 brake horsepower and 320 Newton meters of torque. Now all of that power and torque is sent via all 4 wheels to the tarmac using a 7-speed DSG gearbox. And we will be driving this very car tomorrow. So stay tuned for our first drive review, which comes out on the 4th of February. And we will see you next time.